So many people are still unaccounted for after a high-rise condo collapsed in Florida. Authorities confirmed at least one person was killed early Thursday morning in the town of Surfside. At least 11 people were treated for injuries. It is unclear exactly how many people were inside the building at the time of the collapse. Search and rescue crews are still making their way through the rubble and debris, looking for any survivors. Our coverage begins with CBS News national correspondent Manuel Bojorquez.
Surveillance video captured the moment this 12-story condo building collapsed in Surfside, Florida, just after 1:30 this morning. One section teetered before also giving way.
We were right there on the second floor. The building, one of these huge buildings, gone. Right here beside us, the craziest thing I've ever heard in my life.
This 3D map view shows what the building looked like before. This is what it looks like now. An entire structure collapsing, floors pancaked on top of one another. When the dust settled, the building appeared to be sheared in two, with bunk beds, dining rooms, and entire homes left blowing in the wind. Some indoor surveillance cameras appeared to capture the moments before the deadly collapse.
I've been living in Surfside the past 10 years. This is by far the most horrific thing that I've seen in my life.
Officials say 55 of the 136 apartments collapsed on the northeast side of the building, sparking a desperate search and rescue in the rubble that continues right now. Dozens of firefighters under the building's parking garage using heavy equipment in the search for survivors. Florida Governor Ron DeSantis says rescuers have made contact with people trapped beneath the piles of debris.
They're doing everything they can to save lives.
Earlier today, rescuers found this 10-year-old boy in the rubble. Neighbor Nicholas Balboa says he heard the boy's screams for help.
He was just really panicked. He said that his mom was in there with him. His arm was pinned. There wasn't really a whole lot of conversation. It was just, like I said, it was just sheer panic.
Today, President Biden said FEMA is at the ready.
We are on top of it. We are ready to move from the federal resources immediately.
To make matters worse, bad weather hampered rescue operations today. Dogs were brought in to assist in the search. Officials said they remain hopeful they can still find people alive.
We are shoring up the structure on the inside as we continue to tunnel in to locate additional survivors.
But some family members say the search isn't moving fast enough.
We walked up to it 10 minutes ago, and there's not one person searching the rubble. The rubble's about 3 stories high, and no one is searching in the rubble right now.
Nicholas Fernandez says his calls to his loved ones who are missing have gone unanswered.
Seeing they're gone, I don't want to be pessimistic, but they are. We've been calling them like non-stop. No reply.
At this family reunification center, friends and families were huddled together, looking for answers about their loved ones, like 66-year-old Judy Spiegel, who was in the building. We spoke with her children, Rachel and Joshua.
Tell us what you know and what you're hoping for.
What we're hoping for is that they'll find her quickly and that she's still alive.
Their father lives there too, but happened not to be home. Joshua believes his mother will be found alive.
We just want to be with our mom. So,
she was the best. Our best friend. Can't live without her.
Between search and rescue crews and firefighters, there are more than 100 people at the scene tonight. This is dangerous work for them, work that will likely go on for several days. They do have sonar equipment in the rubble as well as search cameras, and they say they've heard what appears to be banging, but so far they've not heard any voices. Lana?
Manny, thank you. As search and rescue efforts continue, officials have set up a reunification center for those looking for their missing loved ones. David Begnaud has more.
They've been arriving since before dawn, when word of the horrific collapse first broke. They've waited. Nearby, the desperate search for the survivors continued. Among those 99 whose families say they are unaccounted for is Michael Altman. He lived in the South Tower, apartment 1101. 28-year-old Moises Rodan from the 4th floor. Marina Azen, a 20-year resident. Everyone here is hoping for just a sliver of information about people like Rayond and Mercedes Urgeles, both 61 years old, and Brad Cohen, whose relatives said they had checked all the local hospitals but came up empty. Yubi Pettengill is praying that her nephew is still alive.
That only God is the one who saved them. So you never lose hope. And I'm not losing my hope.
Oliver Gilbert is vice chairman of the Miami-Dade County Commission.
Just pray. Look, having seen that building from the other side, we have to all pray. We're going to all continue to work, but we need everybody to continue to pray.
You should know there's a lot of praying happening here tonight. A lot of the people missing are members of the local Jewish community. A short time ago, we actually found out that they're asking families inside the building to submit DNA samples in the event that the unthinkable news comes, where remains are found. That way identities can be matched based on the DNA samples provided by the families here tonight. Lana, back to you.
Meanwhile, engineers are looking into what caused the building to collapse. CBS News correspondent Mark Strassmann reports.
Up and down this coast, there are taller buildings, there are older buildings, but all of them are still standing. So why did this one fall down? Buried under a wing of this 12-story luxury condo building, its piles of rubble and twisted steel, lies a mystery. What went wrong?
They are going to have engineers looking at this to try to identify what happened and what was the problematic occurrence.
This study from a researcher at Florida International University found that the building, constructed 40 years ago on reclaimed wetlands, has been sinking at a rate of 2 millimeters a year for the last 3 decades. That may also have impacted the building structurally. The town of Surfside requires multifamily buildings like this 136-unit property to be recertified every 40 years. The process involves electrical and structural inspections of the foundation, beams, columns, slabs, and the roof, where work was happening. Those inspections were underway for the building, but had not yet been completed.
Buildings don't collapse, especially not like this, especially not without any reason or indication or anything like that.
Sinisha Kolar, a structural engineer, was in the building a year ago. Based on the videos he's seen, Kolar suspects multiple failures.
Most likely columns or some load-bearing beams that caused a first local collapse based on the videos. Is it some form of cracking or something that overloaded the structure or something like that? I think it's all speculation.
But in the months to come, forensic inspectors will get to the bottom of this. It appears someone missed something. Lana?
A lot of somethings, Mark. Thank you. For more now, I want to bring in Nelly Velasquez. She is the commissioner of Surfside, Florida. Commissioner Velasquez, thank you so much for being here on this tragic day and keeping us informed. The pictures and video we've seen from the collapse are shocking. But the governor and our teams on the ground have all said that those images don't fully capture the scale of what has happened. Commissioner Velasquez, how are the search and rescue efforts proceeding, and how much hope do you still have for survivors?
Well, you can't lose hope. We are hoping that we can find people that are still alive. And in terms of the rescue effort, it's ongoing. They're trying to make sure that the structure that's currently there is sound, so we can have our rescue crew come in and start removing all the debris. It's a very hard situation. And then the weather hasn't been cooperating that well today. So that's where we're at the moment.
Do we know anything more about the people that are still trapped? Do we have additional information about any of those specifics?
Not at the moment, no. That's what I understand is that we're still trying to make sure that the structure that's there is in good standing before anyone can actually go in there and continue to remove all the debris that's there to try to find people that are trapped underneath.
I understand that this has hit your town of Surfside and affected so many people there. I hear in your voice that it's affecting you. How are you holding up right now?
This is something that you don't expect to happen. I got the call last night at 2 o'clock in the morning. It was just completely devastating, and it's hard to to even think of something like this, and we definitely have to take steps so this will never happen again. I don't know exactly what went wrong with this particular building, but it is under investigation, and we will get down to the bottom of this and make sure that other buildings are in good structural sound and that there's no problems underneath, so that this won't happen again. I mean, this is a huge eye opener, and it's very painful to see this. And I feel very bad for all the families that are out there trying to find their loved ones, and we're working as hard as we can to make sure that we can get all this removed. And our priority also is the residents that were evacuated from the buildings. We're placing them in hotels and other accommodations so they can be comfortable until we figure out what we're going to do here.
I want to ask you more about the goal that you have about never letting this happen again, because as we know now, the building was undergoing a county-mandated 40-year recertification process. Was there anything out of the ordinary or concerning so far during this process? What more have you learned?
Well, apparently it was normal 40-year certification. This takes place on every property building in Florida, and it was undergoing this inspection, which was, I think it was just initializing, and so it's very unfortunate that a situation like this happened. I'm not sure exactly what occurred. I don't have all the details at the moment. Like I said, this is still under investigation, but whatever caused this, we need to make sure it doesn't happen anywhere else again.
Is there fear about other buildings and structures in the surrounding area now?
Well, I know they evacuated the building across the street, that blue one that you see there. I think there were windows that were broken and stuff like that because of the blast. But other than that, I think the other buildings are in sound, and so I know that there's some buildings that have no electric still. So we have FPL working on that to try to get the power back on the other buildings. But definitely we need to look into this to make sure that something like this never happens again.
Absolutely. Commissioner Nelly Velasquez, thank you so much for being here. Our collective eyes are on you, and we're sharing our prayers, of course.
Thank you. Thank you.